Hey everybody. So yesterday I went to not really a pop-up so much because they did advertise it pretty well, and I heard about it a few weeks out, called Prism Power Party or the MoeMoe Prism Power Party. This was held at the Korean Rose restaurant here in Tucson. Um, Pretty cool event. I didn't look around as much as I should have. And the reason being is I went to basically three vendors and I spent all the money I took with me. When I'm going to conventions and it's a pay strategy, like so I don't spend more than I have, I take cash. But on the other positive side of this, if you take cash, like the vendors and the independent artists and stuff and people that you're paying retain that, right? Because there's credit card fees and either they have to charge you tax or they tax something else extra on, which I don't mind paying because also being an independent creator, like I understand that, a lot of people don't carry cash with them, but I do prefer at these types of events to take cash with me so that I'm letting that person keep as much of that money as possible, or actually 100% of it. The last vendor, I was a buck short on cash to be able to buy stuff from her. So I paid part in card, which I felt like such a heel for. I could have just been like, hey, hold these for me. I'm going to go get some more cash. I'll be back. But because this was held outside a parking lot, like it was about 105 outside. The event started at noon and was supposed to run till 5. I considered going back because I didn't look at all the vendors, and I really wish I had, because if the three that I went to were any indication, the rest of the vendors must have been really, really awesome as well. One of my friends, Michele Cates, was there. Now, I've known Michele for a number of years. She does her own comic. She does like buttons, prints, stickers. She's got an assortment of keychains. I picked up one while I was there. But Michele was also kind of my guy in the chair up in Phoenix for Sabaton. Thankfully, she was willing to get an autograph from Josh Seth, who did the voice for Tetsuo in the English dub of Akira. And she was already going to be in line to get an autograph from him because he did a voice for a character in Digimon. And I was just like, oh, great. So she's not going to have to stand in line for like 3 hours to get an autograph from me. She can just kind of do that as well. So I sent her the money and she brought the piece down with her. I'll show that in a different video because this is about what I picked up at the pop-up. Now, Michele does a book called Code Red X. Code Red is an acronym, but I forget what it is because I don't think I've read issue number 2 yet. So I picked up issue number 2. Her Instagram showed a cover for issue 4 dating back some time. I think she's doing the covers ahead of time, but she did tell me that she is kind of behind on producing her books. So issue 3 isn't out yet. Otherwise, I would have picked that one up as well. But she's got her own really unique style. I kind of like, I dig this, right? So you have the story, and then you've got this, like, I wouldn't call it an insert, but I'd call it, this may have been a cover concept that she wanted to use. So like a flashback sequence. I'll have to ask her about it one of these days, like what her method for doing this is. But she is working with a company, I believe she said out of LA. I didn't get details, but they're wanting to do a Shonen Jump style. I forget what the big books are called. Like, it's not a compendium, but it's an anthology. So she would be contributing stories and art along with a bunch of other artists. And her story is like 19, 20 pages long. And she showed me some of like the rough layouts for it and stuff like that, which is kind of exciting because she's like, I don't even know if I have all, and she just kept going in her sketchbook. Like, oh yeah, I do have 17, 18, 19. I was just like, holy crap. I need to get back to doing that with my books and doing like my layouts. I usually do them on like scratch paper, but that's kind of beside the point. So she's going to have some projects coming up, which is exciting. I've known her since I think 2017, maybe 2018. I think we either met at Tucson Comic Con. She may have backed the first Bubba Patrol issue, or maybe it was the second one. But now that Sabo and Tucson Comic Con are on the same weekends, probably not going to see her unless I start going to Sabo, because I don't think she's going to come down to Tucson Comic Con. She went this year to Sabo as a fan, but I mean, I think as an attendee, or I mean as a vendor, she's probably going to do better at Sabo than at Tucson, but I'm not sure. So it was cool to see her. She was all decked out in like full regalia, like a Sailor Moon with like these big angel wings. And so she had to keep going in and out from under her pop-up tent. And it was kind of funny because like she's already kind of tall. And I think she was wearing like, she had like sneakers that had like a big like sole on them. So like these wings were like extended like this much out. And so they were over 6 feet. So she had to keep dipping down and then readjusting them and stuff. It was kind of cute. So I picked up a couple of other things from her too. I did pick this up several years ago from her, but I'm terrible with buttons. Put them on my backpacks. They always get snagged on something and they get yanked off. And, and I keep them, but then the pin itself gets all warped and I can't put it back on. So I got her What's Up Danger pin. I did ask if she had it in a sticker, so she may be putting that out in a sticker. I got her Sailor Moon cat. I don't know the names of these cats, but it was super cute. She had a white one and this black one. And then this is one of her own characters. I'm not sure if this character is going to show up in Code Red X or if they show up in the anthology piece that she's working on. But one of the other things that I really liked about it, like these acrylic keychains are like super sweet, super smooth, like double-sided. You get the image on both sides, which is cool. And then the little like carabiner to attach it to your bag or to your keys. I would probably put this on my bag. Or like your tablet or something like that. I know people do that with their phones and stuff. Also, if you're interested, I'm going to put everybody's Instagram information in the description below so you can follow them, check out their work. Second stop, I was actually just like going to be like, well, okay, thanks, Michelle, bye, and then like leave after that, because that was my primary purpose for going, was seeing her. But Fox and Foxworks, who I believe I first met a couple weeks ago at Collector's Territory down off of 4th, was also there. And Jeka does some amazing crochet pieces. And I was looking through a lot of them, really reasonably priced stuff. Like, I didn't see anything that was... Let me put it this way. I didn't see anything priced at what it should have been priced at, right? I'm not sure how quickly she's able to produce these things, but for the quality that she's putting out, and these being handcrafted things, like, to me, they should be way more expensive, right? I hate that the market is the way that it is, that somebody's willing to pay, $500 for something from, like a big box store or a big name creator that doesn't really need that service, but like somebody who's local has to charge less in order to get you into their shop or to buy stuff from them. I saw this little guy sitting out of the corner while looking at other stuff. Like, I don't know, he was on my peripheral, and um, when I saw him, I was just like, oh my God, he's adorable. And I went to go pick him up, and he had a little price tag on him. It was $15. And I was just like, there's no way this is $15, right? And she's just like, well, I've had him for a while, so it's time to like get rid of him. So I was just like, give him, like, I'll put him in my bag right now. Um, Super duper cute Frankenstein's monster. Um, I don't have a lot of crocheted or handcrafted pieces, but I am starting to get more of them. Like, I have a crocheted the child with their little dish or whatever. And then I have a piece from my friend who did the um, the octo for me. Um, so I need to get like a little display area to start showcasing those from like local creators. Um, but yeah, Jeka's stuff is really great. She uses a variety of different types of yarns. I'm not sure where she gets her patterns from, but they were just amazing. If you can check her out, she's local to Tucson. Michelle is local to Phoenix, and this next artist, Alix Harris, combining her name and artist, I walked back down after picking up a piece from Jeka, and Alix's work is pretty phenomenal. Most of it is digital, which I don't necessarily mind. Um, but they were working on some original traditional sketch cards. So I'm going to show the little mini print first. And I had seen Alix's work in And Gallery here in Tucson off of 4th. And so that's where I recognized it. There's like it was like a Batgirl piece with like, what do you call it? Like hollow flex on it, which was pretty cool. But yeah, I kind of wanted the Jinx piece that she did. She had like a large scale one for 10 or 20. The small ones are 10, and then there's a medium, which is a size up, of course. And then the big ones were maybe 11 by 14, I think. So good size print for like $20. I may have to check them out to see if they still have that and then just pick it up anyways, because I love the Arcane series. I've never played the game, but Alix's artwork really kicks the style off. And I decided, like, instead of buying a fan art piece, I wanted to get something that was like a wholly original creation. And so she had two different ones that I really liked outside of the Jinx piece. And I asked her, and she was like, this one's more her favorite because of the details in it. And so I went with a smaller print. I don't usually pick up prints and stuff like that, but I think I'm going to start picking up stuff, especially from like more local artists, just because it's like, how, like, you can't necessarily get a lot of original pieces from some smaller artists because they're doing stuff digitally, right? And then for the insanely low price of $20, she was working on a second one, but I think this might have been the first one that she had produced that I picked up. So I got a Sailor Moon original card. This thing is great. Signed on the back as well. I made sure to ask her that. But this is, I'm just floored. This is great output. But it's also, I get it, because like a lot of times when I'm at shows, like I'll produce something to keep myself busy, so I'm not just sitting there staring out at people passing by. But yeah, so Alix, her Instagram is all one word, Cyan Ali 520. But again, I'm going to put that in the description below, for Fox and Foxworks and Michele Cates. So I really wish I'd gone back in so that I could have seen a little bit more, maybe, put some stuff on hold and went and got more cash or something like that. But I decided to pack it in and then just go get like an iced tea and chill out and do some art on my own, because it was kind of inspiring as well to start working on some stuff for my portfolio. But that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, please be sure to check out each of the creators on Instagram. And if you don't have Instagram, get Instagram. It's just a good way to, you know, keep track of the different creators that are out there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. And we'll be coming back soon with, I think I still need to do my Tucson Comic-Con haul, which isn't a super big haul, but art-wise was pretty cool. All right, see you next time.